Okay, we are watching most horrific natural disasters caught on Dashcam.
From a driver in Tennessee who got caught in the middle of a powerful tornado, and an earthquake in Taiwan that nearly flipped this city bus, to a massive rockfall in China that obliterated one person's car, and a team of Australian firefighters who had to take cover during a burnover. Here are 10...
This video is like 2 years old, by the way, so maybe you've seen some of these already.
...the most horrific natural disasters caught on Dashcam. On August 29th of 2021, Hurricane Ida landed on the Louisiana coast. The storm devastated coastal towns near the Gulf of Mexico, but had other plans for cities deep within the United States. By August 31st, Ida had weakened to a tropical depression as it moved into the southwestern Appalachian region. That's when she kicked off a massive tornado outbreak, spawning 36 storms between Louisiana and Massachusetts. One of those storms struck in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, just as this truck driver was arriving at the gas station. All he could do was sit, wait, and hope his rig could withstand the wind.
In Pennsylvania, Delaware, Montgomery, and Philadelphia, the flood warning remains in effect. The flood warning continues for the Swatara Creek at Harbor Tavern from late tonight until further notice. At 3:15 p.m. Wednesday, the stage was 6.4 feet. Flood stage is 9.0 feet. Moderate flooding is forecast.
Oh, that's
the
scary.
river is expected to rise above flood stage late this evening to a crest of 14.8 feet tomorrow morning. It will then fall below flood stage Friday afternoon. Impact at 9.0 feet. Several driveways and other minor roadways are affected. Water begins to enter some basements. Impact at 10.0 feet. High water isolates 7 houses. Impact at 12.0 feet. Are closed, resulting in some evacuation.
Maybe they shouldn't have let that tornado warning expire. For a split second, you can see our driver gripping his steering wheel for dear life. He's lucky his seatbelt kept him in place.
That's exactly what I'd be doing. Would just be gripping on to something that's so scary.
Force of his flipping truck would have slingshotted him into the ground. According to the National Weather Service, the Pennsylvania storm was an EF2 tornado, reaching wind speeds upwards of 130 miles per hour. Downed power lines covered main roads, and several homeowners watched their roofs fly away. The storm caused about $5 million worth of damage across Montgomery County. Overall, Ida-borne tornadoes caused over $13 million worth of damage across the United States.
That's bad.
Yanjin County, China is a mountainous community in Yunnan province. It's home to nearly 500,000 people, many of whom live in the world's narrowest city. We are, of course, referring to the county seat of Yanjing City, built along the banks of the Nanxi River. It seems like a city wedged between two mountains is prime.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I feel like maybe they should have more than one bridge, but either way, this is sick. Wow, they only have like one road on each side, kind of looks like. Ooh, little tennis court, basketball, something. Okay, sorry.
Landslides and rock falls. One of those rock falls struck on January 26th of 2024. A local man was driving along the G85 Yinkun Expressway when his dashcam captured boulders rolling down the mountain.
Oh no, stop. Why are you going still? Oh, now you back up.
Our driver backed up as far as he could, worried that more rocks could fall at any moment. Once he was safe and convinced it was over, he left his car.
You should have stopped a long time ago. Like, what?
To investigate. Just look at how big some of these boulders are.
Wait, did it
Thankfully,
get
the driver
those...
of the damaged car escaped with their life. They were
Okay, I didn't... I was too worried about them going still that I didn't even see if it hit a car or not, but it did. It did.
taken to the hospital, where doctors got them to a stable condition. Their car,
Nice.
however, was totaled. They're lucky the boulder hit them back.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh, that's so bad. If they were in there, holy sh**. That would have been so bad. Wow.
Straight-on collision would have flattened their car like a pancake.
Yep. For sure.
Pompano Beach, Florida is a small city between Boca Raton and Fort Lauderdale. Like any other Florida city, they experience random periods of intense rainfall. It'll happen out of nowhere and then be over in a flash. For most people, it's a part of daily Floridian life. On February 16th of 2016, one of those freak rainstorms struck. It was around 8 a.m., and this local Florida man was on his way to work. He thought the storm looked darker than usual, but wasn't too concerned. He kept on driving, oblivious to what was forming nearby.
Oh no. Wait, is that normal for Florida? Does Florida get a lot of tornadoes or no? I feel like no, right?
I can't see! Who turned out the lights? What the f*** Armageddon?
Kids. Who turned out the lights? It's Armageddon. Oh my gosh.
You can see the tornado
yeah.
taking shape in the distance. Our driver, who's more concerned about slow morning commuters, had no idea what was happening. That's when debris began flying into the road. The trees swayed back and forth, and our driver finally realized he was caught in a freak Floridian tornado.
Okay, so it is a thing, I guess. But, I mean, just looking at this, it kind of just looks like a really dark cloud, you know? So I feel like I would honestly be doing the same, unfortunately. This is, I don't know, it just looks like a really dark storm passing by. So, I don't know. I could see it happening.
Hey, that's the swell there, boy.
Although now you see it, yeah. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
people, what the f***, y'all?
Dude, just chill.
Oh, dude. Get the f*** out of here.
Dude.
Go! Get the f*** out of the f***ing way, you...
That was a bit of karma. Okay, he has a little bit of road rage. Let's calm down. Literally, Mother Nature is telling you to slow down, and you're over here like running into trees and stuff, calling other people idiots. Like, come on.
Dumbass! Wanna f***ing sit down how to hit your car? Dumbasses! Yo, in a battered f***ing window!
Look at the trees. Like, how are you not concerned?
I was just in a f***ing hurricane, dude. That's awesome.
Was our cameraman right to whip into the oncoming lane and then yell at other drivers?
No.
Probably not. He said fight or flight kicked in, and he didn't feel like sitting around waiting for what he thought was a hurricane to pass.
That sounds like an excuse. Honestly.
Later, he learned that an EF1 tornado had touched down near Hard Rock Stadium. It caused a few minor injuries, triggered a fire, and tore the roofs off of several houses. The Hard Rock storm was one of 3 tornadoes to strike Florida that morning. Even though most people think of hurricanes when they picture the Sunshine State, tornadoes are still common. Thankfully, most never exceed EF2 intensity. Between 1950 and 2022, there were no EF5s and only 2 EF4s.
I didn't realize they got tornadoes. That's scary.
In the United States, we have devastating forest fires. In Australia, they have catastrophic brush fires. Between November 25th and December 2nd of 2015, a massive fire moved across South Australia. It burned over 200,000 acres and caused over $170 million in damages. The day the fire started, firefighters rushed toward danger to try and head the flames off. But, as we know, fire is unpredictable. It can speed up and change direction at a moment's notice. As firefighters raced down the road, they quickly realized they wouldn't reach the other side.
Wait. Oh my gosh.
Here it comes, the head's coming. Nick, slow down.
Nobody was injured.
We're going to go in a burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
It's blue! Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, back it up.
Scotty, burn over. Burn over, Scotty. Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh! Oh,
The fire had
scary,
completely engulfed their trucks. Burnover mode was their only option. Unfortunately, burnover is the last word any firefighter wants to hear.
Why is that? You have to let it burn over you? Is that what it is? Aww.
We are on
Thank
Leslie's Road.
goodness everyone was...
When firefighters enter burnover mode, they either slip into heat-resistant bags or deploy protective curtains made of the same material. It looks like thick aluminum foil. It keeps them safe as the fire burns over their trucks or the immediate area. Meanwhile, hoses will douse the trucks in water to keep them cool and not engulfed in flames. Burnover drills are a last resort because they can't last forever. Firefighters have to hope the blaze moves on and they're not left sitting in the middle of it. Thankfully, these brave Australian firefighters made it out alive. Others weren't as lucky, as the pinery fire put dozens in the hospital and burned down 87 homes.
Dang.
Clarksville, Tennessee is a major city off Route 24, about 50 miles northwest of Nashville. It's next door to Fort Campbell, home to the 101st Airborne Division. On December 9th of 2023, a tornado touched down on top of Fort Campbell, slightly north of Sabre Airfield. It passed through rural areas outside the city before intensifying to EF3 strength. That's when it crossed Highway 41 and smashed into some local businesses. This driver had no idea he was heading into the eye of the storm until it was too late. 25-year-old Cameron was driving past the Wendy's on Tinytown Road. Ominous clouds loomed overhead, and light rain began falling on his car. Then, out of nowhere, an electric transformer exploded. Debris began falling from the sky as 150-mile-per-hour winds battered Cameron's car. Another box exploded in bright blue sparks. Cameron said, "Nope," and turned down a residential street. But that's when all hell broke loose. Cameron could hardly see 10 feet ahead as debris smashed his car and cracked his windshield. He's lucky he didn't strike any other vehicles as he raced beneath bending power lines. He finally made it out of the danger zone and never looked back. It's too bad the video has no audio, or else we'd have let it play, but I think the footage more than speaks for itself. In the end, our driver was fine. A bit shaken up, surely, but thankfully uninjured. The Clarksville storm lasted over an hour and traced a 48-mile path of destruction. It caused millions of dollars in damages and was one of the worst tornadoes to hit the city since the late 90s.
I feel like, though, I'm assuming it was just like a response in its own, but like, why keep driving in it? Like, I mean, other people stopped. Was it safer to stop? And then, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like, some people choose flight, some people just freeze. So I feel like this was just a response. But, oh no, I feel like it would have been safer to stop. But to each their own, I guess.
On April 3rd of 2024, a powerful 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck the east coast of Taiwan near Hualien City. The county-level city, home to roughly 100,000 people, was just starting its day when the ground began shaking around 8 a.m. local time. A commuter on their way to work had their dashcam rolling when the earthquake struck the highway overpass. Every car on the road shook like it was on a spring. The bus on our driver's left nearly toppled over.
Oh my god. No way. Oh, that's scary. Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
As bad as it looks, the Taiwan earthquake could have caused a lot more damage. In fact,
Seriously?
only a handful of buildings collapsed in a city with tens of thousands of structures. That's because Taiwan has been preparing for this moment since 1999, after the Chi-Chi earthquake, the worst in Taiwanese history, claimed 2,400 lives and leveled thousands of buildings. Ever since, there hasn't been a building project in Taiwan that hasn't undergone strict earthquake testing. All new projects like these highways are built to withstand
That is awesome. Good for them.
powerful quakes.
Wow. I'm not an engineer, obviously, but like, that's so impressive to be able to. Like, how do you even calculate that? I have no idea, but that's just so cool to me that we have, I guess, the knowledge to combat things like this and avoid, more injuries, more fallen homes. Like, that's just so cool to me. Scary, obviously, but like, at least to have the comfort, I guess, to know that your building has been tested for this is like super cool.
On January 1st of 2024, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake rang in the Japanese New Year. It struck just after 4 p.m. on the Noto Peninsula, a stretch of land off the Ishikawa prefecture. The ground shook for 50 harrowing seconds. But that's not where the destruction ended. The earthquake triggered a tsunami that took many Noto residents by surprise. The Shiromaru district, which faces the bay on Noto's eastern coast, was hit especially hard. Waves washed onto the streets, washing anything away that wasn't bolted down. Dashcam footage from a parked car shows how violent the earthquake was. In fact, this event was the most powerful tremor to hit the Ishikawa prefecture since 1885.
Ooh.
It was also the strongest to hit mainland Japan since the 2011 earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster. Buildings rock back and forth, and those power lines look like they're on the verge of collapse. On average, earthquakes only last between 10 and 30 seconds, so people around Noto began to worry when this one eclipsed the 40-second mark.
Dang.
Just when they thought they were clear, tsunami waves began crashing over the sea walls. Water flooded the streets,
Oh my
carrying
God,
debris and
no.
other loose objects. This poor tire shop owner probably lost his entire inventory. The water even gets high enough to move our parked car. Thankfully, it doesn't go very far. From the rear, you can clearly see the earthquake leaving large cracks in the road.
Yeah.
Some of the pavement even pops up and breaks loose. It's a small example of how vulnerable we are to Mother Nature and how
I almost feel like what did he say, 10 to 15 second earthquake? That would feel like such a long time, right? So I can't imagine what a 40-second one felt like. That probably felt like 2 to 5 minutes. And then to just see water coming in, that is so scary.
damage she can do with ease. After some time, the camera cuts and the tsunami wave rolls in. Like before, the street is full of debris, and at one point, our car even begins to float. Thankfully, the tsunami was relatively small in comparison to others and subsided soon after. The Noto earthquake damaged or destroyed nearly 50,000 homes. Most of them were full of families at home celebrating New Year's Day, which Japan recognizes as a public holiday. According to government estimates, the earthquake will cost Japan over $17 billion in repairs. Luzhou, China is a prefecture-level city in Sichuan province. Fun fact, it's known as the Liquor City and is famous for its alcoholic beverages. Everyone's drink of choice is baijiu, a clear liquid distilled from grain with a 60% ABV. It packs a punch after a long day. On May 24th of 2023, a trucker was driving through the crowded streets of Luzhou. His bed was loaded with dirt, and all he could think about was getting off his shift and enjoying a glass of baijiu. A random sinkhole decided to ruin his after-work plans. Our dashcam follows the trucker as he navigates a busy road. Then, suddenly, the back end dips, and the whole truck falls into a massive sinkhole. It almost pulls another car down with it. Our driver takes a few moments to collect himself before popping the door open.
See, when I see videos like this, I don't understand people who gather around so close near this sinkhole. Like, dude, if this just decides to cave in at this moment, you're gone. You're in there. I don't. This is what they say, curiosity killed the cat, you know? It's just like, stay away from this freaking sinkhole. Like, what are we doing? All for what? A picture? That's a cute little beetle, by the way. Okay, sorry. Yep, move your car.
这个是怎么会弄空啊？这个。
Wow.
哇，这边。
Oh, he got a video, sorry.
At least the hole is partially filled now, right? According to reports, the sinkhole covered over 320 square feet. Thankfully, our driver made it out safely and nobody else got hurt.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Lopburi, Thailand is a small city about 90 miles northeast of Bangkok. It's home to roughly 58,000 people who, fun fact, share the city with nearly 5,000 crab-eating monkeys. All the monkeys were indoors on May 7th of 2020 when a powerful thunderstorm moved over the city. A local Lopburi man was driving home from work as strong winds pushed against the power lines on either side of the road. Once one fell, they all came down.
Oh! Holy sh! That is scary. Oh my gosh. What?
Our driver, Anonsi Phanom, said he was lucky to be alive. A few more feet, and he would have been toast. He did the smart thing and got off the road before the other set fell. According to the CDC, if a power line falls on your car while you're still inside, you should stay put with the engine running. The ground under your
Really?
vehicle could electrocute you if you step on it while touching the car. However, your car's outer shell will keep you safe if you stay inside. The only reason you should ever exit before help arrives is if your car catches fire. But at that point, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Right.
If you have to get out, ensure you're not touching the ground and the car simultaneously. It helps if you jump as far
God.
away as you can. Just try not to land on the power lines.
Well, I guess a little knowledge for you guys if you're ever in that situation. What the heck? Oh, this stuff is so scary.
Bijie, China is a prefecture-level city in Guizhou province. It's home to about 6.5 million people who recently learned a valuable lesson about black ice. It was January of 2023. Even for a province in southern China, Guizhou can still get pretty cold in winter. On January 16th, it got so cold that a long slick of black ice formed over the Bijie-Weining Expressway. One person lost control and crashed, setting off a chain reaction you have to see to believe.
Oh no. Oh no. Smart of these people. Yep. Go. Get on the other side. Go. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Oh. Are we done? Oh my god, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, please get on the other side.
You can't tell from our dashcam, but more cars keep adding to the pile. Eventually, the expressway was locked in one of the worst traffic jams we have ever seen.
Yeah, there's no getting around that.
Imagine being stuck in the back, wondering why nothing is moving. Luckily, nobody got seriously injured during the pileup. Police eventually cleared the road, and salt trucks came by to remove the ice. By then, it was too late. Maybe next time, they'll salt the roads before everything turns into an ice rink.
Well, that was from Underworld. I'm sure you saw the watermark. But yeah, the original video and links and everything to the original creator will be in the description. Let me know what you thought of these. I thought they were kind of crazy. Even though it was only 2 years ago, they're all still very relatable for sure.